Oh, hello.
Good morning.
Yeah. So let's wait for a couple of minutes. Maybe
Yep.
somebody will appear.
One.
I'll grab some. So, do we have agenda for today?
Yes. Let me pull up the document here. Do 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 do. This one. This one. This one. You see. Looks like I'm sharing. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. There we are. Go like this. And yeah, so we have some stuff from last time which we didn't go over, so we can talk about this stuff. And then for today, I think I put in this documentation ticket that you
Oh,
solved
yeah, thank
for
you.
the for Google Cloud, and you can talk about that if you want. So yeah, so the big thing from last time is that we get this MBCP case study live. So there's a link there
Yeah.
that points to that. This is really excellent. But the TLDR on that is that they have zero downtime in regional failover tests, 70% faster incident response, and 99.99% uptime, which is pretty good uptime for
Yeah.
the application. So um, I don't know if you have anything else that you wanted to say about that. That was something that we've been working with the CNCF for a little while on. I went through some iterations, but at the end of the day, it's live on their blog now. So
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'm just thinking like how we can amplify that. Like, we obviously shared it already,
yep,
but like we need to think how we can reuse it. Maybe
yep,
also in future applications to KubeCons anywhere, this stuff to make the stuff
yep.
stronger. Yeah, to highlight the
100%. And you know what? I hadn't even thought of it. Could be something also to put onto the incubating application, right? I mean, we're
uh right.
yeah,
That's right. I'm
yeah,
thinking, and also website, right?
yeah.
It's website
So
front page.
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
do put on website, put on to get this out of the way because I can't see. Put on incubating application. Hello, Andre.
Hi, Andrea.
Incubating.
Hello guys, apologies for the delay.
Application. I'm apologizing actually because I can't seem to type in English anymore. There we go. So, yeah, we're just going through the things. We're doing a second round on the things from last meeting, and then we just have a couple of little things on this one. And if you want, as usual, just stop me anytime. So we just talked about the MBCP case study. We're going to put it on the k8gb website, and we're going to put it on the maybe make some remark on the incubating application. So we're in the moment still we're still in waiting, I think. Let me see if I go here, TOC. Yeah. So you can see here we are in the ready for assignment category. I think once Tekton moves,
Hmm.
probably then someone will have room for us. But yeah, I think we're making good progress there. This part takes a couple of weeks, but it could be, I think it could be most likely not before KubeCon North America, but I think certainly by KubeCon Europe in March we'll be in incubating. So
Let's hope for that.
yep. All right. Then
Man, before we touch the website, I forgot um or like remembered actually one thing that I noticed that the number of stars growing seriously slowed down, At the same time, the activities around are actually pretty vibrant and high. And I think it just for the very straightforward reason that with the website refactoring, we removed start the project button. And I think we need to return it in some form to the new layout.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you
I
can
think
just
you
make a
mentioned that
point, yeah,
Let me
just like, you know,
see.
to explicitly,
Yeah, let's do
yeah,
that. Let's
yep.
let me put something here as well for that.
I'm like 98% sure that it is the reason because now
Yeah.
it's just hitting into like, you know, GitHub clicks and it just seriously slower than before. And at the same time, amount of talks is
Yeah.
twice more active than average, let's say, with container days, etc.
Can you see the comment I'm adding?
Yeah,
Okay. To put so basically we want to put the you know, star the project back on the
that is,
page,
yeah,
right?
bottom, like, you know,
Yeah.
some form, mm, most probably like not the old view, but
Yeah. Yeah.
some form of visible button that would star, you would lead to starring the project. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right. So this was a talk that you gave, Yuri. Yes, you want to talk about this?
Ooh, which one is that? I had a like a
Crossplane version 2
multiple.
in k8gb.
Is it about Hong one
Let
or?
me check. Let me go there and see what we got here. It looks like a LinkedIn post from you. Let's see if it comes up eventually. It's a bit.
Yeah, I think it's not a talk. It's I packaged it for a bound configuration.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah, which is which worked pretty nicely actually.
okay. I'm gonna let
So
that
I'm
go because it's
so
taking time.
it's like a cross-plane driven stuff, and you can also install the k8gb as an operator with a custom abstraction. But the main thing that it creates this global app that and cross-plane, you know, embedded function KCL logic reads the k8gb GSLB, right? And it actually makes a decision if this cluster is active or and healthy or not, and modifies the cross-plane management policies, basically making this active global, active passive mode, like a blue-green, whatever you name it. Nice, oh, nice bones. Uh, and it makes the cross-plane associated cross-plane resources aware of GCLB status, right? So this way we can make a infra level failover utilizing the data that k8gb exposes. So this is kind of POC mode. It works simple like an app with Azure Redis backend that is reused from both locations. I think like, you know, in a practical implementation, it has a huge potential because it's basically infra level reliability. So it is full control plane failover for associated resources. So yeah, it worked nicely. I rolled out like into also a couple of organizations that are interested in this topic, and we got a positive feedback.
Very nice, very nice.
Mhm.
Okay. We had two presentations at Container Days. So one from Kubermatic, one from Prodyna. I don't think I could find one of these. I think the Kubermatic one I found, the evaluating global load balancing options. I think I link it here.
Yeah,
But Prodyna, I don't think I could find that that talk yet. Let me see. Yeah,
where are you
this is
searching?
another LinkedIn post which points to one of those talks. Yeah, so if it loads in my bunker here, yeah, there we are. Yeah, that's the Kubermatic one. Yeah, Nikolai has given several
Yeah,
k8gb talks in the last year or two. So, yep.
yeah.
Yep. All right, so there's that one.
In what country was that event?
Excuse me.
Germany, in Hamburg. Container there's were in
Yeah,
Hamburg.
that's Hamburg. Yep.
Yeah.
Big thank you to Core DNS, k8gb, and Cilium.
Yay. Nice company.
Yeah, yeah, those aren't bad bad groups to be a part of. So, okay, so then KubeCon Atlanta, right? As we know, I can't make it. I will be I'll be in Vietnam, so it's a bit far away. Although I'd like to be in Atlanta. So I think Yuri, you're definitely going to be there. Andre,
Yeah, everything booked from my side.
yep.
Yeah, from my side is very likely I'm gonna
Okay.
attend.
Okay.
So
You still have
where,
time to buy a ticket, or?
yeah, because like the closer it gets, the more expensive for you it will be.
I will check today. I only don't have plane ticket. The rest I have.
Okay.
Ah, okay, okay. So you already have a ticket to KubeCon, you just don't have a.
Yes, or the ticket, it was about the voucher, or
Yeah,
we had
because we applied together to the country fest, so that's how we got in. Yeah.
Okay, easy.
yeah, and then I booked a hotel right after with free cancellation.
Mm.
I only didn't book the flight, but I think I will, or I'm pretty sure I will attend.
What I would say is
Good.
just remember, both of you, when you're in Atlanta, think of me and smuggle as much barbecue back as you can, because it just doesn't exist here, and it's a sad thing. My biggest problem with Switzerland is that I don't have enough barbecue.
How come? What about all these cows?
There's lots of cows, there's lots of nice sauces, but
Mm.
the barbecue, I have another friend who lives here from the US, and he says, he calls it barbecue technology, and he says there's just no
Mm.
barbecue technology. And he's right. We really need to fix that. So whatever you can bring back, I'm just saying. All right, so I think, do you want to talk about what's planned there? So there's the Contrib Fest lightning talk, there's kiosk as usual.
Yeah, I think no, we need to prepare somewhere end of October for all this stuff, right? So like lightning talk and kiosk should be easy. It will be like a light touch style update, right, of the previous iterations. And Country Fest, we will probably need to work all three of us together. Me and Andra on technical content, and as is the Country Fest intentionally focused on incubating. We definitely would like to have your input, Bradley, because like community steering and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It will be important part of it. So yeah, let's just plan for like in maybe a little bit early, like in a couple of weeks, start working on it already, and to not to make it like last minute. And yeah, otherwise we're good.
All right. We had the community info box PR. I didn't check if that's been
Can you open
or
it?
not.
I don't remember what is that about.
Fix miss. That's already merged. Yep.
Michal reviewed it, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, I leave all Infoblox PRs to UPSA guys because they're running it in production. So
Okay.
they really have like end-to-end tests.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things set up.
And
Okay,
then
cool.
Infoblox is still like this special code pass that was originally created before external DNS.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, and what else we got here? So community update. Yeah, we said this already, so we're still next in line for assignment there. We got those security self-assessment questions. Thank you for doing that, Yuri.
I did it right. I did the second filtration.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
done and it's been submitted. And
Yeah.
I've gone back and forth a couple times with the reviewer on them. I don't actually think we need those for incubating,
Yeah.
but it's good to have them there for the next round, because honestly, as soon as we're incubating, I'm going to start the application for graduation. So it's not a these take a very long time, right? To go
Yeah.
through, and you need to do a lot of, crossing T's and dotting I's. So I want to
Yeah.
make sure that there's just something in place and that it's already started. If not submitted, it's at least started, is the point.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all from the last time. So this time there's kind of a, a minimal agenda.
Very targeted one.
Yeah. So let me put the attendees here. And let me make this correct. There we go. So yeah, so the stuff from last time we just talked about, this pull request from Yuri here. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, so thanks a lot, Andre, for the review today. So basically, this PR builds up on a great ability to hook in external DNS providers without modification of templates anymore. We are using external DNS Helm chart that is integrated into KGB as a dependency. Thanks to Andre for original refactoring and actually enabling it. And this is a pretty much like, future feature proof that GCP cloud provider works. It's tested end to end in documentation and local test. So yeah, there is like something like good points on some refactoring, some make-file stuff because that it looks reasonably ugly. And yeah, I will give it a shot and we can merge it afterwards if everything's fine, and we can finally claim that we support all big three, right? So I think without this kind of documentation, people cannot really use it, right? So now we can claim it properly. So and yeah, and this probably also like a new wave. The reference PR will can be active feature for contributors to create new provider integrations, right? Just by documentation.
I love this. This block is unreadable at the moment. No, this is good. This is really useful. I mean, this is
Yeah.
exactly what we need. And it's good that it's good that it's out there. So
Mhm. Yeah, or we just need to agree on when, how we'll automate these setups for the future, because now we have our kind of two different ways, but that's the only small thing.
Yeah, I mean, we are dancing around like this idea for a while. So where we started, like, and I started, like, let's make a cross-plane reference architecture, but it's actually, I think it's still good idea, but it's different thing. It's not for this purpose, right? Then we shrink to the kind of open tofu zone creation. And in this PR, actually was thinking like to use something like lightweight for zone creation mechanism. But if it's G Cloud CL Live Oneliner, I don't even need any form of OpenTOFU. Why would I bother, right?
Yeah,
So like,
absolutely.
yeah. And then I create a local setup. So that's the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, or
Yeah,
for the AWS, I also use
yeah,
for many things,
yeah,
just AWS CLIs.
yeah.
I think, or we need to, or what I meant is about having things in the make file versus in separate scripts for the different setups.
Like actually, I'm thinking to target a global refactor of makefile to task file. I did it in my corresponding activities, more precisely abound ones, and the experience is very good. Like, I mean, task file is just much nicer and more modern to use, and just the UX, the user experience of it is much more nicer, right? And also, like, I really love Mike, but it's already 55 years old, right? So it has its toll on usability. So task file I think is a nice alternative, and I think with kind of things like cloud code, it's much faster to refactor right now than before. I did it like for very large makefile, and it's kind of worked. So that's one of the ideas. Like, it shouldn't be coupled with this PR, obviously, but a separate activity. But like as a long-term goal to make this kind of automation nicer, because currently we have a like this pretty much overloaded make, and maybe it's time to put some love into it, especially if you're about to extend these local mechanisms with testing. Yeah, it seems to be like a good investment.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so for this one, I think, or in my suggestion, I think the line I called unreadable, you can use the values YAML override,
Yeah,
and then and I guess you should only need to point that to the new file that you generate the other way, and then we don't need
right.
those if conditions, and everything
Hmm.
should work, or you do not need more additional changes. Or right now it's okay-ish, but then when we add like if
Yeah,
use AWS, if use everything, then
yeah. I had to double check this conditional 5 times to make it
yeah,
proper.
exactly. Yeah, but I think
This
the
is
values YAML does the job.
I dare say that this little line of code looks worse than most things I ever saw in Perl, and Perl is known for being unreadable. So
That's amazing, amazing achievement. You know, I should get a GitHub badge.
yeah, something. Okay. Yeah.
As long
Then
as AI understands it and
yeah,
understands
exactly.
it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, and the other thing we were gonna do today is an issue review, right? I think that was the other thing.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if it was just this one or I think this is the second or third person I've seen now who's coming with a, cert management kind of stories.
Yeah, it seems to be common topic, and we don't have a reference set up for it, I guess, right?
Yeah, we can work on that, and we'll probably then understand better the issues that
Yeah.
are with RFS.
Because for me, it's like very high level, right? We need something like to retest on, and find some recommended way to solve that stuff. Because again, like in production and upside, it was the wild card that was assigned. Like so, we just didn't use the search manager for this endpoint. And now, like as people reasonably want to use that stuff, then we need to find a way of nice integration, because if the cert is effectively so if to validate if I'm understanding this correctly, but if to simplify and make a high level abstracted definition of this class of problems, we have search manager that generates certificates for the same FQDN into clusters.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah. So yeah, that's the issue.
I'm pretty sure that's the issue.
Yeah.
That leads to conflicts. Because they will both be competing to become the owner of the record.
Something like that. So yeah, it's not solvable until we test it, right, and figure it
maybe
out.
there is some cert manager configuration where we have to configure cert manager in each cluster slightly different with just like one different flag or so that it works on both.
Yep. Yeah, and what concerned me in this one, that I totally missed this issue. Like I didn't see it before until Kevin from NVIO pointed out on Slack. So yeah, it went like under radars, and that's why I suggested like we do a quick review of the issues every 2 weeks during this meeting to like just get a grasp, maybe something interesting coming from the community, something that we need to solve, as in this case. So like getting real signals for the project usage.
Where's my remark here? There we go.
And yeah, usually we are super fast with the response, right? And here it was unfortunate that the issue was hanging around for half a year.
Yep. I guess you can't put a comment on a bullet point like that. There we go. Where does it go? Ah, there it is. That's strange. I didn't see that there. I wonder why it's showing up down there. That's strange. There we go. Good. Okay, so we've got a regular issue review. We've got the stars button back on the main page. We've got to do something with the MBCP case study. I'm not seeing the comments right now, but I guess they're over here. Anything else for this meeting today?
Yeah, so actually Action Items stars, issue review, and Millennium BCP website, and
This one here,
this kind of promotion. Yeah. Just to reference it. Yeah.
Case study. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like maybe we can plan like you remember this long-term idea of a video where Nuno introduces the project and stuff, so maybe it
Yeah, we
can be
forgot about
combined.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be coupled with a nice case study, right? Like
Yep.
you know the information and all the things. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of those things that was talked about briefly and then went away.
Yeah, we have upcoming release that is planned for 20th of October, so that's where we make a cut and announce big three. Cloud provider support and maybe something else. I'm not sure what is in the diff now. But there is an issue about release and there is specific dates that you really nicely put on a
I think
quarter.
end of the month, something like that. Yeah, I mean, we have the full external DNS migration.
Yeah.
And
they say, basically we have this very
info
nice
box.
gate for the extension, right? So we can also advertise that and exactly pointing to the GCP PR for the final state of it. So like how you can basically enable any provider that already exists in external DNS. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit optimistic still. The point, I mean, any provider if it has NS record support, right? So yeah, to be precise, yeah. But we can advertise it, and the rest is implementation view. Yeah. Cool. Otherwise, I think we have some plans for this maintenance release, more like not only maintenance but contribution focus release and big cloud 3. And that's it. Yeah, the search manager feels like a kind of amount of effort, so you need to find some time for doing it, right? So.
Yep. All right. Well, then, good seeing you both again. I'll put the link to the recording in the Slack channel once it's available.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Cheers,
Cheers,
guys.
everybody.
Have a
Bye.
good day.
Ciao, cheers.
Nice to see you. Cheers.